All right, I just noticed this, but how the F did I not do a video of how to gear SCYLE the Drakes? One of the best champions, if not, I'm just gonna say one of the best champions in the game. It's Ash's like literally favorite crush love champion in the game, which is pretty funny when he actually like it's funny his videos when he like mentions her. It's like hearts all over the screen. But SCYLE the Drakes, we're gonna do a how-to gear guide specifically for her because there's so many different ways to gear her that everybody keeps asking, what's the best? What should I do? How do I gear her? Literally, there's so many ways to gear her. It's up to you where you want to use her. I recently re-geared her like 2 or 3 times to make 4 different videos because she's so good in every concept of the game. So we're gonna do kind of like a full guide on how to gear her. It's gonna be a little bit longer because she's so good and a lot of people have her because she's free. So the full guide, if you haven't seen it yet, go check that out. But if you guys are new to the channel, welcome. I appreciate it. Click on the video. DirtBag Nation is who we are, the channel for casual raiders. But this guide and this channel is all about just casual raiders, not super OP, insane gear. This is 2 years old gear that we've been saving up and building and all that stuff. So whatever I have, if you're not 2 years in, you will get it, trust me. But it's my channel is really a lot about how to save resources, how to build 50s and let them survive and get them into the place that you want to use them instead of getting up to 60 and wasting your resources, making faction wars easier, Doom Tower easier, just as much as we could possibly help you guys. That's kind of what this channel is all about. So if you guys aren't subscribed, hit it. I appreciate it. Thanks. We have 1,500 subscribers, so thanks to all you dirtbags out there. Appreciate all you guys. But let's get into it. So we're going to go into SCYLE the Drakes, full guide, how to gear guide, full guide. So if you want to see the full guide, go watch the other video. So here we go. We're going to go over the skills. We're going to go over the masters. We're going to go over why she's so freaking good. So she's a free champion. She is beastly looking. Like, she's just one of the coolest looking champions. And a lot of barbarians are really cool looking. They just have, like, the boob armor. Like, all the barbarians just have, like, no armor, which makes sense because they're barbarians. She's got a cool staff, cool helmet, cool, like, armor. Like, look at the like claw boot, like heels. Like, she's literally going into combat with heels. So she has an A1. She's good in almost everywhere, guys. So attacks one enemy, 20% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed. Great for Scarab. Great for Dragon. Great for a lot of bosses. Anybody that can have the decreased speed, great. Fire Knight, great. 30% chance to decrease the turn meter by 15%. So it's 30, 40, 50% chance every time she attacks to decrease turn meters, decreasing turn meter and decrease speed at the same time on the A1. A2 attacks all enemies twice. So this is so good with the stun set. Now let's see why it's so good with the stun set. Attacks all enemies twice. So right there, you have a 20, 35%, 40 with the masteries. Oh crap, I got the wrong masteries up. So I didn't rebuild our masteries, but we'll go over the masteries. But an extra 5% chance with this mastery. Let's go back. It's a 40% chance twice. So right there, you have 2 chances at 40% to stun on an AoE. That's really good. So it happens twice on a 3-turn freaking cooldown. Nuts, okay? Then the stun set has a 23% chance for each hit AoE to stun again. So if you don't get off the first attack, you have 2 chances, 23% and a 40%. Then the second hit, 23%, then a 40% on everybody. There's so many times you see the wave where everybody's stunned because of this girl. And they're a lot slower than we are, so it's going to take them a little bit to go again, and then she's just going to do this again. So it's like, do I use Relentless? Do I use a stun set? I rather just have the confidence of the stun set than Relentless set, because if you do get the stun off, they're not going to go anyway. It literally doesn't matter. Relentless is only good because of her passive, which we'll get into. So that's the stun set, right? Then we have this one, Revives Champ, so she's a free reviver, 4-turn cooldown, 50% HP, puts an ally protect up on them so they're harder to kill when they get rezzed for 2 turns. So really good revive. And this is her passive, so this is what also really makes her. So she has a passive which heals all allies by 10%, which is a huge heal of their max HP at the start of each turn. So their HP, that's what's so good about this, is not, I mean, they're both good, right? So if it was her HP, you could just boost her with as much HP as possible. But let's say you have a lot of HP champions on your team. They have a shit ton of HP. So basically you heal them up 10% of their HP every single turn. But it also puts a 30% speed on a random ally for 2 turns. So every turn she goes, she's putting out speed increases on your team. So that's kind of like why Relentless is good for with her, because if she procs Relentless, she's healing this twice and putting 2 speed buffs out on the team. So basically 20% heal just for free, just for her going. And that's why Relentless is very, very good for her. And it kind of resets his cooldown. So again, so many different ways to build her. Relentless is probably one of the best. Stun is also very, very good. So masteries, depending on what you want to use her, I have her as a support role. You don't really need her as damage because she just does so much in support. But healing, resistance, and this, just for resistance, I had her at like 700 resistance at one point for PvP. Didn't really work out because when stun sets came about and you stun without resistance, like it's stupid. It doesn't really work. So this I'd probably go with instead. This has just a chance to increase the stun. So do that. Or do this. So increases champion's turn meter by 20% whenever an ally drops below 25% HP. So she's able to go faster and res more with this ability. So go with this one or this if you want her with a CC control. All right, so let's go into the artifacts. Again, so many different artifacts to build with her. She's a free champion. Everybody's going to get her after, I think, 180 days or whatever amount of days you get her free. Might be 200, I don't know. It's been a while. Almost every set's go with her besides the damage sets. Go more support set for her, and she's going to carry you at a lot of places in this game. So let's go straight down like we always do. Top to bottom. HP, great. Having her, she's an HP type champion. She's defensive, but she can have a lot of HP because healing herself with her passive is good. So just giving her a crap ton of HP, not a bad idea. Skip the attack sets. Defense set, she's a defensive type champion, but we're not building her for damage, and we found out in our last video that you only need really 3,000 defense, maybe even less if you have an increased defense champion on your team, because you're maxed out at 4,200. So defense is like kind of pushed back nowadays. It's more of HP with a little bit of defense. Speed, very good with her. If you just get her as fast as freaking humanly possible, she's going more times, she's rotating through abilities, she's healing more every time she goes, and she's able to res more. So everything that she has in her kit is very good with speed. We just want to go as much speed as possible with her. That's not a bad set. It's a 2-piece set, so you just throw a 2-piece speed set on her, she's good to go. Crit rate, again, I would skip, and this isn't bad if you really just want to focus on this and this. So you do need accuracy to land these, right? But the stun set, you don't need accuracy. So I build her with accuracy because I want her to land these abilities. So she has a chance to land the stun, which is a 40% chance, which is more than the stun set. But the stun set, you don't need accuracy for. So now she has good accuracy and 2 chances to land a stun. So that's why I built her with some accuracy, not as a set. Like if you need it, get this. But most of the time, it's just in the sub stuff, like accuracy here, stuff like that. Resistance isn't bad for PvP, sorry, but again, I didn't build her with PvE. This is good with some bosses in Doom Tower, so getting resistance on her is really good for the bosses. So getting her above 300 resistance and throw her into Eternal Dragon or the Spider boss or the Frost Spider, like having her with a crap ton of resistance on the Frost Spider is so clutch. So good with her with Doom Priest. Healing is good for if you're going to run her in any type of PvE scenario and you're kind of newer to the game. This is a newer set than the Lifesteal set. Just throw that on her. This, again, not built for damage, She doesn't really have Provoke, so this isn't the best set for her. No, I would skip this. This isn't bad. She heals 10%, and then she also heals 15% every turn, so she's just going to heal 25% every single turn if you have this, but it's a 4-piece set. I'm not a huge fan, if you guys know, of the regeneration set. I'd rather just have more HP, so I'd rather have like 2 sets of the Immortal set on her instead of just 1 set of the heal set, because this, you're healing 6% every turn, and you get 30% HP. This, you heal 15%, so basically you're exchanging 30% HP with 9% more heal. not a huge difference, guys. Immunity set, great for PvP. This I would skip. She's not a great HP type champion. That shield set would benefit. Relentless, I said, top 2 is Relentless and Stun set, I think, for SCYLE. Relentless set is probably number 1. So if you have a really good Relentless set and you're newer in the game, just throw it on her. You won't go wrong with throwing Relentless set on the side of the Drakes. Then we have Savage. If you want to go ham and just have fun and throw her in a damage set, Savage set is the set to go. So anytime you want to test out damage, just throw switch a Savage set with one of your best damage dealers on that champion and see if they do damage. If they don't, not worth putting a Savage set on them. Only good for Scarab King, which you could put on her, but I wouldn't waste it. A stun set, again, probably number 2 set for SCYLE. I have her with a stun set because she stuns literally everybody, especially with the one mastery, which we might have to remaster her. Because I'm only using her in Doom Tower right now. That's really it. For me, endgame content, I'm only using her in Doom Tower. So I think her just with the waves, I think I'm just going to use that mastery for the stun set. Like not this one, but the one we went over earlier. So let's keep going. Stun set again, very good. This one, no, I would skip. Skip? I mean, AoE with the chance to stun and provoke isn't a bad idea. I'd probably use this on an AoE A1. But again, it's up to you, your call. And if you do that, and you have the mastery of the leech right here, stun and leech, and maybe even throw a frost set on her. So you're basically 3 chances to put out a leech on the enemy team, which is pretty cool. That's actually a good idea. 45% chance to counterattack. She doesn't have an AoE on her A1, so that's not. I would only put that on like an AoE champion for this, you know. This is great for Eternal Dragon, so this set boosted a lot recently. Because Eternal Dragon, you basically need everybody in this set. I actually had her in this set at one point to beat the Eternal Dragon. Once I threw SCYLE in there with a Stalwart set, Eternal Dragon was easy. I think that was the key, is this set for Eternal Dragon. So that's what I'm saying. You need her specifically for a certain point of the game, which Doom Tower Eternal 120 hard, you're going to need this gear, this set right here. So start saving this up if you don't have any. Putting this on like 3 or 4 of your champions during that boss, going to be so much easier. 40% chance to reduce skull cooldown. This isn't bad because you're only rezzing if somebody dies. So really what you're reducing is this one, which isn't bad. So let's say she does this, procs the Relentless, this gets reduced, she does it again. Like it's really good, right? So that set actually is probably pretty funny with her. Just for CC control, it's better with Bad Owl because Bad Owl is doing damage with the poisons and healing at the same time. But it's not bad. I would try this out if you're feeling frisky. Skip this one. This is probably another really good set for her if you just want to throw 3 pieces. If I was new in the game and I just got SCYLE, 3 pieces of this with speed would be on my SCYLE the Drakes. You get a lot of HP, you heal back, and she's probably not going to die with this set. Skip. And this is the same thing, more HP, speed, same with the speed set. You just get a shield. It's not really needed for her. This is probably the best set in the game, but just for her as a support piece, probably not needed. This is pretty funny. 20% HP, which is great, 20% defense, which is great, and you also deflect 1 debuff onto the attacker. So this is actually not a bad set for her. You can actually use this in PvE and PvP. So if you had this set, not bad to go on SCYLE. Relentless is better though. This isn't a bad 2-piece set. I love this set when it first came out. And also this isn't a bad set if you really want to try just land her A2 stun. Because you do need, again, accuracy for this. So the perception set is good because you get the speed and the accuracy at the same time. So then we got this. I would skip. No point. Skip. And this is what I was talking about. So 15% chance to block freeze debuffs and a 10% chance to place freeze debuff on the attacker. So if you get attacked with your SCYLE, you have a chance to freeze them. So maybe a stun set. I'm sorry, yeah, stun set with a 2-piece set of this. Multiple chances to freeze them. I don't know. Or actually, I'm sorry. The provoke set with a 2-piece of this set would be good. So put the provoke set on her with a 4-piece, and then a 2-piece of this set, so that way they have a 15% chance to block, but a 10% chance to place a freeze debuff on the attacker. And if you have the mastery, 15%. So it's not bad for a 2-piece set. So try that. Provoke with this. Pretty funny. This one, crit rate, 30% damage dealt, is like a lifesteal set, but with crit rate. And this isn't bad, because she does. This isn't bad. This is a pretty good set if you want somebody to take the damage from your other champions. Heals by 10% every turn. So Wearer absorbs 10% of all damage dealt to ally champions and heals by 10% every turn. So again, pretty cool set that they released in this game. This isn't a bad set for SCYLE the DRAKES. So there you go. I think, again, the best set is going to be Relentless. Second best set is going to be Stun. Third best set, especially the PvE content, is going to be this. And then you're going with like this and all the other sets kind of mixed in between. They're kind of like equal playing field. But Relentless and then Stun set. I went with the Stun set because I like the control. I like the CC. And I run her in Doom Tower, so really the Stun set's the best for me. So there you go. So that is my how-to gear guide, SCYLE of the DRAKES. Let me know what you guys thought, how you have your geared, how you would gear her, what did I miss, what would you change, and who do you want to see next? We got a ton of guides coming up. I don't know if I have a full updated guide on her, but I think I should do one because she, again, is used literally everywhere. So guys, I appreciate it. Let me know who you want to see next. Thanks for clicking on the video. If you haven't subscribed, obviously hit it. Do the YouTube crap. And then click on the Discord link below so that way you can join our channel, DirtBag Nation. All the dirtbags in there are just super chill, super cool. I think there's a girl in there somewhere. That's why we'll say, what's up, gents and gal, because you can't be, you know, sexist. But let me know. Do any account takeovers. Hit me up in Discord. Appreciate it, guys. Good luck, and we'll see you in another video.